Let's go.
Hey y'all, I'm Brandy Bell and this is Sweet Tea on Saturdays. And today's guest is my dear friend, baker extraordinaire, and just the kindest, sweetest, most wholehearted person you've ever met, Hannah Foreman.
Aww,
and I know I love her. She owns the Little Red Mixer here in West Texas. You can follow her at the Little Red Mixer Midland on Instagram, and you're also on Facebook.
Yeah.
And she's all over. She's at the markets, and she would be at our fall marketplace, which is always real special to me. So thank you. Gosh, thank you for coming.
Yes.
I love hanging out with you. So what's kind of fun is normally I do like an icebreaker game or icebreaker activity, but Hannah had her own idea. So I am just along for the ride right now, and so I am passing it on to you, sister.
I'm excited. Okay, so what we're gonna do, me and Brandy are gonna cake race in a minute, but first, I just wanted to show her, you know, nobody needs to teach Brandy anything.
Oh no, I need to be taught everything.
Like the master, but just quick how to fill, stack, and then get a cake crumb coated, like to go in the freezer, get ready for decoration.
I've never done this.
Yeah, so this is just a little cake board. You can get them Hobby Lobby, Walmart, whatever. I use white chocolate to melt down white chocolate and hold your layers in place. It keeps it from sliding off the board and all that good stuff. Yeah, so that's how you get started. Basic torting. They make all kinds of fancy stuff, but if you're doing this at home,
wait, what's a torting?
Torting, we're gonna get into that. Okay, so
sorry, did I jump ahead?
Different. No, it's good. It's good. So we're gonna take this and make it look like that.
Okay.
So basically leveling. It's a fancy word for leveling. They make all kinds of like machines and there's all kinds of crazy stuff that you can buy to do this, but at home you don't want to spend all that money. So you're just gonna get like a big, it's like my biggest kitchen knife, and you're just gonna hold it. I like to like steady my arm and then just rotate.
Hang on.
And it waxed it off.
Y'all ready for my blonde moment? Every time I'm watching those Instagrams where they're stacking these cakes, all I can think is how the hell did these girls get such flat cakes? Yeah. Oh.
Well, they make like stands that have a blade that you can, that professional bakers and stuff like that use. But if you're doing it at home, that's super easy. And
then what do you do with that? Eat it?
You eat it. That's how you check and make sure your cake is right. What do you think?
Oh, it's right.
That's
just real right.
That's the classic Little Red Mixer wedding cake. Vanilla almond base with a little citrus in there.
Oh my gosh, that's good.
Good stuff. So I'm going to do 2 of these because Brandy needs
So we're torting.
Yep, torting.
Not to be confused with twerking.
We can do that too. But
torting.
We might have to edit that out.
Oh, you nasty.
That costs extra.
That's for Friday. That's for Whiskey Fridays.
Whiskey Friday.
Sweet Tea Saturdays. So again, you're just going to start your knife. I like to go around where the cake has made its natural barrier right there. Steady your arm and just turn. So like all the chefs always say, let the knife do the work. That's all you're doing.
But all the men say, let the wife do the work.
Yeah, and you can just like pull out the middle. Like that's what they always go for. They want the
middle?
extras. Yep, for sure. Okay, so we'll set those over to the side really quick. We'll pull this one back up here. These are just little, this stand, this is my one I've been using for years. It doesn't have a grip on it, so I just buy these at like Walmart or whatever. And it just keeps your cake from sliding all over the place because once you start putting this frosting on there, it will try to move. So just flop it on there. And I do this like all day, every day. So that's going to be about what you want. About a half a cup.
You know I'm like a little kid right now. Can you
She wants to stick her finger in there.
Can you see the excitement on my face?
And then just make sure you're level on there and you're just going to spread it out. You don't have to be all fancy with this part. You can kind of get it all over the place because you're going to clean up all those lines here in a second. And then just, again, spin. This is your main tool. If you can maneuver that, then it's super easy the more you do it. Take that liner off there. And then, okay, so this part of the cake, I'll show you guys. It's level, but it's not like perfectly level. But if you flip it over,
wow.
Now you have a flat surface because the bottom of your pan is flat. So that helps you keep your cakes from getting like super wonky.
Dr. Seuss wonky.
Yeah, exactly, which is cute sometimes, but that's not what we're going for today. So after you've stacked it on there, you're just gonna take, this is an offset spatula, again, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, whatever, and you're just gonna work the sides around and pull all that extra frosting from the middle up to the top. And you've already given yourself a seal along that edge, which is gonna be really nice, like after you chill it.
All right.
Which you always wanna chill before you move on to your next decorating phase. But that will get you a head start on that. And then just pull the extra. So that's all you're doing is add it on.
Silly question, because I really am not a cake baker. I'm more of a small kind of pastry baker. And we use the term baker real loosely because I watch a lot of YouTube videos and I like to decorate more than I like to really do the actual baking. But that being said, can you do this with pretty much any kind of icing, or are there certain kind of icings you should avoid?
I use an American buttercream. There's tons of different kinds of buttercreams. There's a million recipes out on the internet that you can find. I prefer an American buttercream because that's what my customers prefer and have shared with me over the years.
And I've used her cakes for events that I've designed. Wow. Good. It's good stuff. Yeah.
And it's what people are used to. A lot of like the Swiss meringue and those kind of things. It's a different flavor profile and it also has a different texture, and a lot of people are not used to that and may be kind of weird, and sometimes you can taste that meringue that comes through in a Swiss meringue buttercream. So this is just going to be 2 parts of solid powdered sugar to 1 part of fat. So what I use for mine is going to be half butter, half shortening. I just feel that gives me a better base. Yeah, a lot of people go all butter or all shortening. I like to meet it in the middle. The shortening gives you a little bit more structure. It chills faster. The butter gives it more flavor.
Okay.
So 2-to-1 ratio on that, and then you can add whatever flavorings. I just do vanilla and almond for my regular buttercream. So
but it's
that's
almost
what it looks like afterwards.
Pumpkin season.
Yeah, I do lots of pumpkin and cream cheese and spice. I even have a snickerdoodle buttercream that's good stuff. So I'm gonna stick this one in the freezer for a second.
Yep. Okay. Good luck.
Right.
If you need to move some stuff around, we're gonna. Okay. All right. So now that I have my own little cake, what's next?
I guess, should I give you a head start?
No, I don't want to head. Oh wait. Hold on. You didn't. Hold on. I got something.
Don't mess up the braid. Oh, you're perfect. I love it.
You know how like on that movie where he takes his hat and he turns it backwards and it's on?
Yeah.
It's on.
It's on now.
No.
That's
no.
awesome.
Shoop, shoop. No, so Alex, you can tell us to go. I don't want a head start. Okay, wait, but let me get the steps down. I go flump, flump, shoop, shoop, shoop. Put the other one on. Take this thing, kind of shoop, shoop, shoop.
Yep.
And then flump, flump.
Yep.
Shoop, shoop, shoop. And then shoop. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And the only thing whenever you're doing this, just make sure you keep it level. So keep a 90 like right there. Like if you keep this little lip on here,
Okay.
that'll keep it nice and square.
Okay. All right, I love it.
All right. So whenever we come back on, I'm going to show how to put the frosting
Are we not on?
Okay, so I'm going to put frosting in these. Okay. So if we're going, let's put this over here so we can see what's going on real quick. All right, so.
Oh my goodness, I see what you're doing.
It's the easiest way. Okay, used to, everybody held them like this.
Yes.
And like, stuff was falling out. No, just get like a big tall cup. I was telling Brandy, I have like one of those movie theater cups, the big huge ones that they give you like when the movies come out. That's the best thing for this size stack. So just any kind of cup you have laying around and stick it in there, and then that frees you up
That is brilliant.
Put your frosting, and it gives you something to scrape up.
That is brilliant.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, this is like the best hack ever.
It's super easy, and it's something you already have at home, and I promise it's like a million times better than trying to just do it on your own. And then just pull the bag up around it.
Wave a fly.
And then just twist it down.
Okay.
Good.
And what do we do with this?
So after you do your...
Oh, are you going to teach me how to pipe? I've never piped.
Well, I don't know if we're going to do like super mega piping.
Okay.
But we're at least going to frost the outside so you see a finished cake.
Okay, that's fun.
So instead of seeing like all the little naked, which you could stop right there, that would be semi-naked.
Because people like semi-naked.
Yeah, semi-naked
these
is super
days.
cool. And
Some
it's
people
real
love
neat.
naked.
I love naked. But you can do semi-naked, so you could stop at that point that we were at earlier and then just let it set in the fridge or freezer for maybe 30, 45 minutes or so. In the fridge, I would do 20 in the freezer, and then just pop like a little floral or something on there, and you've got like an easy birthday cake, or even like I've seen moms do smash cakes for their kids and stuff.
Oh my goodness,
Like
I'll have to see if they'll let me do
easy at home.
Marl's a little tiny side birthday cake for our family birthday dinner.
For sure.
Okay, I'm sorry about the fly, but I mean, West Texas. This is summers in Texas.
Okay.
Okay.
So we got our frosting nipped the end off. That's just, I don't know. Y'all probably can't see that, but I cut about 3/4 of an inch off the end.
Oh, that's a big hole. She cut a big hole.
Yeah, you want a decent sized hole.
Okay.
So you, like I said, you can always take away, but it's harder to add and then take away. It's kind of, you'll end up doing triple the work. All right. Are you ready? All right,
Okay.
that one's yours. Don't touch mine.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Okay, Alex, you do the countdown.
Okay.
I don't think I got enough.
Oh God, I don't want to knock the glass over.
Okay.
All right, let's see. All right, I'm really gonna try now.
Yeah, don't freaking let me win. That me off. So we're going to have to bleep all that out. It's going to be like bleep, bleep, bleep. Don't freaking let me win.
Bleep, bleep. Instead of bleeps, we have cakes.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Oh. Whoa!
and
Whoa!
How's it going?
Whoa! Oh, wait, I'm leaning.
All right, yeah, squish it. And then if that starts happening, we're going to and just smush them down a little bit. And it does a little bit warm, so buttercream's moving a little more than we typically would want it to, but it's all good.
Buttercream's moving.
Buttercream's moving. It's fancy buttercream.
Like, hang on, you guys, look. You know what's so funny about this? I am working this like I have a chance of beating a professional cake decorator. Like I have a freaking, like a hill of beans chance, but like I'm giving it my all.
I'm trying to like not go too fast, but I'm almost done.
Okay. No, hell no, I'm not almost done. Like I got a hot mess going over here. Okay, hold on.
All right.
Oh, she won, but hold on, I'm not done. Like
Let's see if I can make it a little prettier while we're doing that. Okay, so we're talking semi-naked. That's semi-naked right there. So you want to see the frosting, all that good stuff kind of hanging out on the sides. You can fill any little holes you want. A cute little ganache strip or something on here, which...
okay, man, I want to learn how to do a drip.
There's a million recipes for ganache online. You can find...
Okay, I missed. Was I supposed to do this before?
Yeah. No, you got this, girl. That's perfect. Slap it. Cake making is, if you're not making a mess, you're not doing it
Okay,
right.
good, because I'm making one heck of a mess.
No, you got this. It's beautiful.
I mean, it's not as beautiful as yours,
No,
but
I love it.
it's done.
It's
I mean, it's not bad.
It's the best. It's gorge. And then if you want to clean this little edge up, all you gotta do is just bring it towards the middle.
Ah.
Yeah. And then a little spin.
Ah, see.
Yeah.
That was delicious.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed. You did
Because I just totally
That's
licked the, okay. Thank you.
It's
That's fun.
awesome.
Like, but like I know how to do it now. I would get better
Yeah.
because I'm a
But that's
practicer.
the first time you did it, you know? I mean, it's super easy. If you have somebody break it down for you, it's not hard at all.
Okay.
All right, so now we're gonna go into this. Okay, so easiest way, start from the top up, work your way down.
Okay.
So just kind of blah. And normally we would chill in between, but for this purpose, we're good. Squeeze it, girl. Squeeze it like you mean it. There you go. That's perfect. Right about there. All right, and then just let you know how to work a spatula.
I know how to work a trowel.
Well, I've seen you work a palette knife or two.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, we know you got this. All right. All right. That'd be the top. Okay. So then, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna show you something. Look, I'm glad you did that because look, I'm gonna show you something else too. Okay. So then, let me get over here so you guys can see. We're just gonna start on the bottom. Come around.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, girl.
And then you're just gonna work it up towards the top, towards that lip that you already created.
I mean, we have to be real. This is kind of satisfying to watch. Am I right, Alex?
It's satisfying.
That's fun.
You can like zen out and just kind of like
I shouldn't touch that because I already licked it.
All right, and then 90-degree angle on the bottom of your board. And just scrape. That's why that hole was so big. So you can kind of, you want too much on there because you're gonna actually level it all out here momentarily.
Oh, I mean, sorry sister, but this time.
Virgin still.
Freaking, oh no, so I can use this?
Yeah.
Because I didn't lick this, I licked my other things.
Or you can use that.
Let me use yours. This is what immature people do. We lick our spatulas before we're done.
No, it's all good.
Wait, I feel like a lot's coming off. Am I?
Good. Keep going.
Okay.
I'm watching you. Yep. Yeah. See, and you're already smoothing. So then how, you notice she's got these little holes and gaps and stuff. You can go back in with your piping bag and just zhuzh on there a little bit. And so that way you can fill any bubbles. The frosting is naturally going to have a little bit of bubble in it anyway. So sometimes you'll come across that. And instead of scraping it off and starting over, just fill those holes and scrape it down. See, now it's all
look
thing.
I feel like, look at me, Mom.
It's beautiful. And honestly, if you're going, like, not being funny, but I know you like the rustic-y stuff.
I do.
If you're going rustic, like, you could literally stop right there and be done with it. You know what I mean? You don't need a super clean edge. This is what you would call, like, more of a rough edge on there. It's super trendy right now, and everybody's doing it. But instead of like a perfectly low, you just kind of do this little thing. And I'm going to show you.
I want a rough edge. Hold on, let me see if I can
just
create
pull
one.
a little bit. Exactly. There you go. Yeah.
Look at me.
See?
Rough edge.
You got that.
Oh, wait.
That's okay. Now just bring it back down and then straighten your bottom part out. And
Oh,
then
now my
my
bottom part's all jacked up.
Now it'll just smooth back out.
Oh my gosh. This is like...
Isn't it fun? You could just do it like it's like Play-Doh for adults.
You know what? You know what we could do? We could start a new business called Playdates with Hannah. And you just come over and we make cakes.
Oh, you should see me with cookies.
Could make a fortune off of Playdates with Hannah.
Get crazy.
Okay, I'm gonna give you that back.
Champagne and cookies for the longest. We just gotta find a good host for it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, host.
Champagne and cookies,
Champagne
like wine
and cookies.
and canvas kind of thing. But
Champagne
like
and
and
cookies.
cookies come hang out
During the fall, the
champagne.
barns are amazing.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm down
look,
with
y'all,
it.
stay tuned.
Yep. I've
Okay.
been working on it. Okay, so take your offset again.
Okay.
Simple decorating technique. Since we're already here, we may as well go for it,
Yeah.
right? Okay, start at the bottom and just spin. Hold it, and then once you meet your spin, just keep raising up slowly. I'm gonna scoot over here so Alex can see us a little bit. And it's gonna create a little wavy kind of pattern that's also super trendy and fun right now, and something that you could easily do at home. Yeah.
What?
See?
Oh, wait, my cake's showing. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good.
That's fun.
And like I said, a part of that is because we didn't chill in between.
Yeah.
If you chill, it's going to give you a better base, and you got to have a good foundation. But just for this, it's, you know,
Oh my
we
gosh.
proved our point.
This is so fun. Thank you for all the
Yes,
tips. Okay,
of
tell me
course.
real quick. You're going to have to give, you know what? We're going to pour some tea. We're going to put these away, and then we have to chat a little bit because I have some
Sweet.
questions.
Of course.
Okay?
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Give us a second.
Okay. Two.
Okay, so how did you get into this? Like, I mean, it's different to bake for a hobby than to go, I'm going to bake for people.
Yeah, definitely a big step. Doing stuff just here and there casually is one thing, but whenever you take it on as like an actual, hey, I'm going to try to make money at this, and I'm going to try to be successful and manage time and everything, it's totally different. And I learned that the hard way very quickly.
Yeah.
So I never thought that this would be what I was doing, but I guess 3 years, 3 years ago now, it just took off. Like, I went from 1 month of having, hey, here's my kid's birthday cake on Facebook, to have an order the next week from somebody that saw the post, and then the next week after that 2 orders, and then the next week after that, and in 6 months I had a full-blown business, and I was not prepared for it.
Wow. Yeah.
I was left holding on to my britches. I didn't know top from bottom. I had no financial, mindset, form, anything. Just, it was go, 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 go.
Yeah.
So last year I really stopped and took no orders, sat down, got everything squared
You
away.
reset.
Had to, because I was spread entirely too thin, and it was suffering my mental state,
Yeah.
which was turning in my customers. Everything was just kind of
And then your
chaos.
family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very chaotic. So that's the one thing, it's a big difference to just do it for fun, or if you're actually going to try to, make some money from it and turn it into something more.
Yeah.
For
Are
sure.
there any mistakes that you, or things you would change, or advice you would give to people to avoid certain things if they're going to be an entrepreneur and they suddenly find themselves in like the midst? Like, is there anything you would go, I would so do this different?
Yeah, definitely. My number one thing was you have to be able to think on your feet. If you're not a person that can adapt very well, you seriously need to rethink being an entrepreneur, because you have to be able to go with punches and that kind of thing. Also, you have to be able to tell people no. That was a very hard thing for me to learn. Was, I'm a yes girl by nature. It's like, I want to help out, I want to do, but in a business standpoint, you can't help everybody. You just, especially if you're a one-person operation like myself, you're doing everything from shopping and logistics and actual product and everything. So there's a lot going on. So you have to be able to tell people no and sacrifice that person. Hey, I just don't really have the time, and I apologize, to keep the quantity for the other people, the quality intact for your other people. So that was my hardest.
I think we've all kind of been there as entrepreneurs when we get to that point. Some are wiser and they get to the no point quicker, I like to think.
Yeah.
I did not. I mean, I was probably into my business 10 or 12 years before it was like, I have to say no. And so when I decided I won't take any new clients, because the clients that I had for my design business, the clients that I had, they would redesign, or they were rebuilding, or they had vacation homes or whatever. It was just commercial projects. Yeah, it was so heartbreaking. Like, I still remember who the first person is I told no.
Same, I definitely remember with you. And it's hard, it hurts.
But it's so, like, if you ever get to the point where you're like, I'm not doing myself a service, or I'm doing disservice to others, that's when I think you need to go, okay, I'm done. I've got to stop, reset. I think everybody needs to reset. Like, I do mine once a year. It is like, it's a big deal to me. I mean, Christmas Eve to about January 4th, I shut down. I think of my yearly goals, what I want to accomplish, how I want my company to look, how I want my side hustle, to look.
Reevaluate everything.
Am I encouraging? Am I doing what I said I was going to do? And then if not, there's got to be some changes to be made. So I'm glad you brought up the idea of a reset. If somebody were looking, this would be a very specific question, if somebody were looking to start a baking business, because there are a lot of very talented moms at home who have giftings, and they're like, I have no idea how to start, and you had to give them like one piece of advice, what would that be?
Oh, I could give them about 30 just from experience. But I would say the number one thing is just don't get discouraged. You're going to get told a lot of no's, and you're going to screw stuff up, and it's not going to be easy, but the information is out there. We live in an age that if you want to know something, you can get on the internet and find it out. If you have the passion to really figure it out, you're going to figure it out. So that can't be a hindrance anymore like it was at one point. So you've just got to stick to your guns, and if it's something you really want to do, you can get it done. And just be patient with yourself, and don't get frustrated with family. I know my husband at first was like, what are you doing? Like, no, like, you were supposed to have laundry done today, and you were but babe, I had 4 cakes, so it was a learning experience for everybody, and everybody had to kind of get on the same page and come to terms with things are going to be a little bit different if mom was actually going to pursue this this business. So,
Yeah.
which I'm mom first, you know, mom and wife comes before business, definitely. But it's hard to find that balance. But once you do, it's easy if you will make yourself stick in it. If you're not willing to, you know, sacrifice one for the other. That's why I started working from home in the first place, was so that I could stay home with my children and not have to send them to daycare. So if I'm not balancing my time correctly, I have defeated myself before I even started, you know?
That's good.
So you have to really, I make time even throughout the day, you know? I can take 45 minutes and, hey, let's sit down and read a book. Hey, I want to run to the park real quick, kind of thing. And if you manage your time and you know what your schedule looks like, you can stay on that schedule with a little bit of work. But
a little bit discipline.
Yeah, for sure. Just hang in there. Don't get discouraged.
Yeah, that's good. I think discouragement's going to come.
For sure.
You just have to go
Pick yourself back
It's
up.
a season. We're just going to get through it because it's going to happen. Yeah, don't let it defeat you.
Definitely.
That's good advice. Okay, random. Have you ever dropped a cake?
So nervous. A cake? No.
No.
Never dropped a cake. I walked into a wall with a cake.
Did it mess up the cake?
The whole backside of it.
Oh.
Yeah, bad. I stayed up until like 4 o'clock in the morning trying to do myself a favor for the next day. Hey, I can sleep in a little bit if I finish this cake. So it was about 2. Okay, I'll stay up till 4. I'll just knock it out. 4 o'clock in the morning came and my studio is outside. So I walked through my kitchen, through my backyard, into a studio which has a sliding glass door, which is where my refrigerators are at. So I thought the opening was big enough and it wasn't. So I had this huge 3-tiered cake, Tiffany blue with pearls all on it. And I walked into, so I had to go back in the house and chunk the cake and start over again. I slept for like 45 minutes, woke up the next morning, started the whole cake over and had it there by 4 p.m. So, but yeah, never dropped one.
Girl, that's perseverance.
Find some wood.
No, find some wood. Knock on marbles. Okay, I ask everybody if you had one book. I know, right? Like I have 40. That's like asking me to pick my favorite kid. Yeah. But if you had one book that you had to recommend, and I always tell everybody, it can't be like whatever your faith book is.
Yeah.
Because everybody's going to say that.
Yeah,
but like, other than that, what would be your favorite book?
Okay, so this is probably going to be a little bit weird.
No, I like
weird. We're going to think I'm crazy. Okay, so my husband is he was into 48 Laws of Power whenever we first got together. That was his thing.
I don't even know what that is. Okay.
It's another book.
Okay. All right.
So that's like his thing. And he was really into it at the time whenever we were like dating and that kind of thing. So he would always tell me all this stuff and I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. Well, then he bought me this book called The Art of Seduction, which is written by the same author of 48 Laws of Power. And it's about, the gist of it is how women can harness this is where I'm going to get risque, their sexuality. And yeah, exactly.
I'm just kidding.
It's the worst thing Brandy's heard all day.
No. It's
how they can
worse has come out of my mouth.
Without being sexual, if that makes sense. In a business, in a life, in a, you know, day-to-day standpoint, and use their femininity to better themselves, to get further, so on and so forth. It just has a lot of cool points of things that I do as, you know, a person. Like, you know, the old saying, like, dot your eyes kind of thing. It's like that, but times 20. Like, it's getting into why that works. And why that works, and like the way that works in your brain and different philosophies.
That's cool.
And how these philosophies have been turned around by men and used in government situations, in business situations, but they're women-based. So it's a really cool book. It's kind of weird, but
look at Hannah. She's like,
be a little bit different.
These businessmen, they didn't start this.
Yeah.
The women did. No, I obviously, you know my life.
Yeah,
I like to. I want to know a little bit about everything. I don't ever want to be that person that's like, oh, I can't do this, or I can't read this, or I can't, like, if it doesn't line up with my values, then I don't read it. But I don't want to not pick it up before I know that.
Yeah.
So I have read some really cool, interesting books that probably wouldn't have been something that like I should have read.
Yeah.
But then you read it and you're like, you know what? That was really cool. And I think, so my husband says this, and I don't normally talk about someone's book quite so much, but he's like, you can learn something from everyone. You can get value from anything. And so, like, to pretend that you have to be so conservative and so concrete or whatever that you can't, like,
pick and pull.
Yeah, I mean, I hope I'm always
Yeah.
perceptive enough to go, yeah, I can learn from that.
You can
That's
find
cool.
little gems everywhere. And like I said, the whole book, I don't agree.
Little nuggets.
Yeah.
And you're not going to agree with
those
everything.
Little nuggets in your pocket, and then whenever you need them, it's like,
Yeah.
I got that nugget.
Got my little
stashed.
nugget.
Yeah, and it works. So, I mean, the whole book, I don't know about the whole book, but there are some really cool gems that you can kind of pick up and things that if you read it, you'll be like, hey, I gotta do that. And you're like, dang,
That's cool.
I'm busted. Now everybody can know that, but anyways, see,
And if you've read
the book,
make sure you leave us a comment. No, I think it's good. I think we should. My kids send me podcasts sometimes that it's like, okay, wait a minute, this is about martial arts. Well, I'm not, but they're like, hey, this guy's really good, Mom. You should watch this podcast. Or, I mean, honestly, there was one about this guy who grew all these pop fields, and they were like, Mom, you'd appreciate the business part of it. And so they send me all kinds of stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to listen to it. And like, everybody thinks I'm like this little prude, except for the people on the job sites. Then they're like, oh, there she comes. No.
The skinny, the crazy white lady or something.
Yeah, so yeah, I get all kinds of.
I saw that story.
They just
epic.
They just love me. It's all good. But okay, hey, thank you for coming over to the farm.
It's always a pleasure to come hang out here.
And you guys, she comes to our fall marketplace every year. And so you can come taste some of her goodness out here in West Texas. It's always the last weekend of September. And we give 10% of all proceeds to one of our nonprofits. So make sure you guys come support Hannah.
And stuff this year.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I love you, friends.
Cool. Thank you for having me.
I'm good.
I appreciate it. All right.